Hello everyone, I'm your girl Melody Trice, and you know I'm all about living life unlimited. Well, this being Black History Month, we definitely want to celebrate so many people who have paved the way for us. Where Dr. King truly have paved the way for us. Well, I have the writer of the Martin Luther King March song with us today. So I want you guys to stay tuned because after this break, we'll be right back.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Happy Black History Month, right? So I want to welcome my next guest, which is Dr. Dodson, to the show. Come on down. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. And you?
Well, you look amazing.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes. So, you know, this being Black History Month, I mean, technically Black History Month for us is all year long, right?
Yes, it is.
And I know you wrote the song for the Martin Luther King March.
Yes, I did.
So what inspired you to come up with those words that really is so moving for the world today?
Well, you know, really, I've been writing for quite a few years, and I have poetry all over the world. But this was the first song that I say God gave it to me in a dream.
Wow.
And Martin Luther King said, I have a dream, but I can say I had a dream.
You had a
I woke up one morning and I realized I startled myself awakened by, I was singing, "Here Comes Martin Luther." And I woke up and I remembered I was singing those words, and I got up and just wrote out the lyrics, and it just began to flow into me.
Wow. Well, you know, back in the day, slavery time, that's how they communicated, was through songs. And I think it's so amazing how you would say you woke up through a dream with the song and how powerful it is right to this day.
Yeah, I wrote the song some time ago, and it's relevant even to this day. It's been received by young and old. The lyrics, the melody of it is just so relevant to our lives. And really it's like the story, the history of Martin Luther King and that movement in a song.
In a song.
Yes.
So when you was writing those lyrics to that song, what were some of those thoughts that came across your mind?
Well, some of the thoughts that came across my mind was the times when the people that made the sacrifice for us to be where we are today, and the memory of even children, little children, running from the dogs and the fire hoses been put on them for our lives today, the success that we have today. And I was thinking about all the things that, and what I could do, what part that I could play in furthering the cause, because Martin Luther King didn't march for black folk, he marched for all folk.
For all people.
Yes.
Because technically we are one. You know, we're just a human race.
Yes.
And I guess because we all look a little different, people tend to allow that barrier to keep them from really loving one another. And I think that's something that Martin Luther King wanted, was us to just look past that and love each other.
Yeah, he was about love and unity and about looking past that, because when he spoke of he lived for the day that his little children could be judged by what the content of their character rather than the color of their skin.
Yes.
And I think that in a way we have seen that, but in a way we haven't seen it. I think that that we are still working towards all of that. We are still marching. When I heard the Martin Luther King March, I realized we are still marching in that direction. Humanity is not just us, you know.
Because with the world today, with so many things happening, what progress? I mean, of course, there's a lot of progress that has been made, but what progress can you say has really made a difference in your life to say it's different, it's changed? We have arrived at this moment right now.
Well, we're arriving because if we have to see ourselves on a broader scope. We're not, what we are doing even as black people, we're not doing it just for ourselves. We should be doing it for a cause greater than we are.
Exactly.
And for the world. We can't just say it's our issue or our problem. One of the main things that's different, the law has changed.
Yes.
The law was on the side of racism at that time. of a segregation at that time, but the law has changed. And so there are things that we can do now because the law behind it has changed and has given us more liberties to do what we do. We can travel. We don't need the Green Book anymore. You can travel and go different places across the country because of the work that was laid down by those people that marched, those freedom riders and different ones.
Because they paved the way. They took the abuse. They took the slander. And I mean, because I think about it now, especially the millenniums, there's no way they're going to take that. You know, their protests really, you know, heavy to let you know you're not going to treat me that way. I want you to treat me as an equal individual, as a human being, not as a person of color or whatever the case may be. Because technically white is a color. It's not like, okay, this is a white person, this is a black person, this is a brown person. Technically we're all a human race.
Well, they can protest it. But the reason they can fight it is because we got the laws.
We got the law to say so, you can protest.
Because without the foundation that's laid by, you know, it's so hard. A lot of the kids, I volunteered at a school for at-risk kids for about 10 years. And most of even the black kids didn't really have any idea who Martin Luther King was. They thought maybe he was a mayor or some movie star or what have you. And so it's up to us as individuals
and
to
parents.
and parents, because if you don't know that, the school shouldn't have to teach you about Martin Luther King.
I think it started at the house because a lot of people want to fault, you know, the school. Well, the school don't even have African American history, but you as a parent, as a black person, as a black parent, should take the responsibility to say, you know what, we're going to go to the library, we're going to learn more about our heritage, so that you don't lose that, because that still is a part of who you are.
Well, interesting you said the library, because one day in class, I asked all the kids, if you have a library card, raise your hand, and not one child raised their hand. And so what I did, I took them to the library to get a library card, because that education should start right there in the home.
Exactly. Well, you guys, I want you to stay tuned. After this break, we'll be right back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Well, this is Black History Month, and we are here with Dr. Dodson. And Dodson, where do you see the generation going now for as, you know, the black culture itself? Because Black History Month is so serious.
Well, you know what? Usually when cultures have to change, it takes great change in society somehow. Usually something catastrophic to get people refocused on what have you. If you can't refocus yourself to get the job done, something out there is going to refocus us. But right now, I believe that every black parent that has a child, that they need to examine themselves as to what am I doing to make my son or my daughter more aware of where they come from or where they should be going. I mean, have you taken them to have you ever taken them into black museums or just culture in general? Are you enculturating them in general?
Exactly.
You know? And are you asking them questions? You know, I mean, you don't have to. They can go to the public school, but you need to do some homeschooling. And especially in periods like King Week and Black History Month, make that a special training month with your kids.
That makes
sense. You can sit down and have a personal schooling with them.
Wow, that's true, because knowledge is power. And I also know that you are, you know, of course you got to be a poet to be able to write a song like that. So, you know, can you recite to us some of those famous poems that you have of yourself that is really touching to your heart?
I'll just do a piece of one.
Just a piece of one. Just a piece of one, you guys.
Okay, it's a piece because they're quite lengthy.
Okay, just give us a little bit.
This is one I do. It's called Undefeated. I have gone around the two in this world, and tussled I have with doubt. I've been knocked down so many times till I have long lost count. I wash my face in my own blood and drain my salted sweat. I've been rejected by those I love, and left I've been for dead. There is no end to my frustrations. With trials my days are greeted. But though my life is in despair, my spirit is undefeated. Yes, I have seen my very dreams washed away by time. And I have gone through so many things till numbness grips my mind. I've been left to question my sanity and my soul's status with God. I've searched my heart for hidden sins in hopes I'd change the odd. I've had my plans made light of, my flickering hopes deleted. I've had my heart in my own hands, but my spirit is undefeated. And that's for us.
Whoa! I love it. Oh my God, that was so touching.
Thank you.
That is a true gift, talent, and all together. I mean, a true gift from God, because to me, words are so powerful. He created this world by the words he spoke. And I mean, the words you spoke just then touched my heart, so I know that they're very impactful.
Thank you.
So I just commend you. I just thank you for coming on the show. And before we leave, I really want people to be able to contact you and, you know, continue this race, you know? So how can they follow you?
Yes. Well, you can contact me at 855-90-MARCH. That's 855-90-MARCH, M-A-R-C-H. And you can contact me with that. Or you can call at 909-296-0093.
Awesome. Well, look, before you leave, tell us some of the things that you do with the kids in order to just educate them, period. Not just, you know, during Black History Month, but just, you know, just because I heard you say that you volunteer, so what are some of the things you do? Well,
I'm not volunteering with them anymore, but I volunteered for like 10 years, and I still do things with various schools. But I've created a dynamic learning program to help them to, what I did, I put together a program to help the kids feel as though they had some smarts. And one of the things I did to do that was, I say, if I asked anybody from college, tell me something about the sun. Well, the average college student could only tell me, if I told them to give me some facts, they probably can give me maybe, 3 or 4 facts. So what I did, I put together a program where I took the universe and different scientific things, and I designed a program where I made the children learn at least 25 facts about the sun, the moon, the universe, the sky, and everything else. So they can answer any question of factual questions about these great bodies of celestial bodies, and even in history and science.
Wow.
And then I put together what I call a super brain competition and let them compete with one another and invite their mothers and whatever and aunties to see how they have improved, and their grades all went up. The grades because they begin to feel smart.
Wow, it all starts with the mind.
Yes.
Wow, well, I appreciate you, and thank you so much for being on the show. You guys, you stay tuned, because truly it has been a joy. I have another guest up next, so we'll be right back after this break.
Action.
Hello, everybody. We're welcoming Theresa Price to the show, Dr. Theresa Price. And I know that you are with Black College Expo. You've been with them for quite a while. So what really piqued your interest to say, you know what, I want to help out the Black community?
Well, basically, I started the Black College Expo because I didn't go to a black college. I went to a PWI, predominantly white college. So when I found out when I was at Long Beach State and people were sharing with me what colleges they went to and they were sharing the information, I didn't know there were black colleges. But when they talked about their college, they were so passionate about, you know, Morehouse or Spelman or Howard or Hampton, all these schools. And I'm just like, wow, I feel like I missed out. So I was like, what am I going to do about it? So I decided to, you know, do a Black College Expo. And I didn't want another kid, regardless of color, not to know about the history and legacy of HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities.
Wow. When you say that, that piques the interest to me. What is the difference when a student is going to, to a predominantly black college?
Well, what it is that I think I know that it teaches you who you are. You learn your history and with your ancestors. They started off in the 1832 as for teachers and preachers, pretty much, because black people couldn't go to college, so they gave us land grant money to be able to start the black colleges. But what I find, and if you look at every leader that have doing impactful things, they've had an experience of going to a black college. It teaches you who you are. It gives you pride about who you are. And the other thing that a lot of students share is that when they get an A, they know it's an A.
They know it's an A.
Yeah, and if it's an F, they know it's an F. It's nothing around it. It is, but it teaches you who you are and it appreciates you where you come from.
Wow.
So I think that's the difference. You're not a name. You're not a number. And predominantly white colleges, so many.
Yeah.
And black college, you're more than just a number, your name. They know you.
With this being Black History Month and we're celebrating it, and you're talking about the students knowing their heritage and knowing who they are so that they can, to me, pretty much be better of who they are as a person.
Right.
Well, how important is it for the black community to instill in their kids to go to college? Because to them, a lot of people feel like it's not an option.
Right. At college, there's over 7,000 colleges in this world. There's a college for everyone. And it just depends on what you want to major in. Right now, if you look at the research, over 90% of the jobs are going to require some college. Right now, in 2020, there's going to be 55 million more jobs that are going to be available. And how you look at that, why? Well, half of the 31 million are retiring. And 24 million are creating newly created jobs, like the apps and all the technology jobs that are being created. So that's 55 million. Then if you just look at in general in STEAM, and our A is for arts, agriculture, aerospace, and aviation, there's over 5 million jobs available right now. And California, California is the #1 market in STEM jobs that are available right now. As of 2018, there's over 1 million jobs just in California.
And isn't that amazing?
And they're on field. There's not enough. America is not producing enough talent and skilled and trained workers to fill the jobs. So there's a huge gap in workforce. So our nonprofit, which is National College Resources Foundation, our pillars are to focus on the achievement gap, workforce gap, and economic disparities.
Because I think, when you say that a lot of kids lack the knowledge to know that these opportunities are out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when they see these expos, they should take full advantage.
Oh, yeah,
because
definitely.
those expos are packed with information. What are some of the things that they can gain when they come to the Black College Expo?
So awesome. I always say our kids are microwave babies. Put it in and they're ready. So it's really instant gratification. We have at our Los Angeles Expo, we do 11 markets, but at our Los Angeles Expo, we're going to have over 200 colleges there.
Wow.
These colleges, a lot of them are going to accept students on the spot. They're going to waive application fees.
That's awesome.
Last year, over 17 million in scholarships were given away just in Los Angeles alone.
Wow.
Yes. So
that is so powerful. I commend you.
Oh, man, it's
because,
awesome.
Truly, I'm all about Life Unlimited. And it seems to me that you have connected with other people to give these kids unlimited opportunity to create whatever life and world that they want so that they can really contribute to this world.
Oh, yeah. What's so awesome is most people think you have to be an A or B student to go. We have colleges. I have a young lady, I have several students like this. They were a 1.5 or a 1.6. That young lady, we got her into a school. She went to Miles College. Nobody accepted her. I called. We got her into Miles College. She ended up graduating with honors, and now she works for the Department of Defense.
Wow.
So it's not, everybody's road is different. And that's why I tell parents and administrators need to understand, don't judge a student by what you see. Everybody has greatness within them.
Everybody.
Some of them may have other things going on around them or in their environment that might stifle them. But they're looking for us to make them feel good about who they are.
Wow.
And that makes a difference.
Well, look, you guys, stay tuned because after this break, we're going to talk some more. We'll be right back. That's amazing.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are here with Dr. Theresa Price, and she's with the Black College Expo. And one of the things that we was talking about during the break was the fact that you loving what you do.
Yes.
You know, being called to do something to me is fulfilling a God-given purpose.
Yes.
So during your journey, what has kept you motivated, besides just the fact of knowing it's your purpose, but what kept you motivated to say, you know what, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing regardless?
Other than God, the students. When I see in their eyes, what is so exciting, and I love when a student understands that they are amazing. They have it. They're talented. I love to see them when they get it, because most of our kids, especially underserved, underrepresented, what they see and what they experience a lot in school is that they don't have it and they're not it. And
Like they're not enough.
Right. They're not.
You are enough.
Right. Because you're brought here. You're gifted already. So for us, we want to empower them to know that they can do anything and everything they can do. That's why we do Power of Me tours, where we go around to schools and we bring recent college graduates and they just go in to talk to students about the power. The power lies within you to be successful. It starts with you.
Yes.
And you can do anything and everything you want to do. You just have to believe and you have to do the work.
Yes, you got to put the work in.
Yes.
And I think that's action behind your decision.
Yes.
And that's something, you know, because my son, he started to go to school, and I really instilled in him, technically he's like the first of the grandkids to go to college.
That's excellent.
And I wanted to put that in him because I wanted to break that generational curse that you aren't enough, but you really are enough, and you can do anything. Life really is unlimited. And I think so many times we see our black males not going to college. It's very common for the girls to go to college, right?
Yeah,
but
it's always more girls than guys.
But I feel like it's something in there that hinders the male black males from going to college. And what do you think that is, and how can we change that to where more is kind of equaling out, because job opportunities is for both male and female?
Oh yeah, the opportunities are there. It's systematic. You know, a lot of times, think about it, you leave home going into an environment in the school system thinking it's a safe haven. Well, a lot of our kids don't experience that in school. They really feel, the number one thing they tell me, because we're in schools every day, is that they don't feel supported. So in that, if you're going home and you're there and you're going there and you don't feel supported, and then think about it, there's a lot of homeless and foster kids now, so some of our kids don't have parents. So if you're coming home where it's not a support system, then you're out there. Then as a black male too, I mean, it's just so much from being pulled over while driving while black, and being
so many things.
Racial profile, just all of that. It's just a lot of pressure, and there's not a lot of support. The resources are there, but our students only know what they know, and I hate to say it, but they don't know what they don't know. I know that sounds crazy.
No, that's true. I totally agree, because with my son, when we moved here from Alabama, he had a whole different perspective of life. And I was always, you know, wanting him to know. I was like, you know, knowledge is power.
Yes.
If you have the knowledge, nobody can stop you, because they can't take that from you. Once you got it, you got it.
Right.
You know, and I feel like that's something that our black men need to know. They need to know that they are enough. Right. And there's
they
hope.
are valued.
They are valued.
Yes, all students matter.
All
you
students
matter. Yes.
And you know, well, what you're doing, and I know you travel all over the world to do this. So tell us about some of those destinations that you go to in order to spread the word.
Well, you know, we are Sacramento. We have a stop. We just started our new year this year. So Sacramento, we start off in Sacramento, San Diego, Fresno, Oakland, Atlanta, DC, Maryland, Houston, Dallas, New York, Miami, Seattle.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's all over.
Yes.
It's unlimited.
Yes.
So somewhere they can get in contact with someone in order to be able to take full advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah. And I just want parents that are out there, or guardians, I want you to say positive things. Words are so powerful. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. Just saying, I'm proud of you. Great job. Even if it's not as great as you wanted it to be, just say, speak it into existence.
Yes, I believe in that.
Because people live up to what you give them, to what you think of them, to what you envision them. So we have to, for all of our kids, and for people that have black males that they're around, or students that need the extra help, take them in. Be that mentor.
Yeah.
They need us.
That's true.
That is so important.
And one thing you had said earlier is with the foster care, because when they enter into the foster care, they have a support system mostly that's in the home that they're in. But once they leave that foster care, if they haven't contacted their family, they're homeless.
Oh yeah. Listen, there's over 20 million in Los Angeles County. I just got this statistic yesterday. There's over 20,000 just in LA County of foster kids. 75% of those kids don't go to college because they don't know that they can, because they don't know they have the resources. But they get free resources to go to college.
Wow.
They are provided. So I always like to encourage and tell you, foster students, if you're out there, if you're homeless, there are resources for you to go to college, get educated. Disability students, we do special presentations. If you're a disability student, if you're a disabled student, you get to go to college for free.
Wow.
Every college campus in the country has a disability resource center.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that.
Well, look, I definitely want everyone to stay following you and be able to contact you, because this is so powerful. This is life-changing. And I don't even want to cry, but I just feel so...
You cry, I'm crying.
Yeah, it's just
I cry
beautiful.
every day.
You know what I'm saying? It's
I
just
have
beautiful.
so many kids that go through so much.
Yeah.
When I think about it. It hurts. It hurts your heart.
Wow. So look, can you let everybody know how they can be able to contact you or contact the organization?
Yes, if you visit, I'll make it easy, theblackcollegeexpo.com. That's the easiest way. And that way you won't be trying to get all the other ones. National College Resources Foundation is the nonprofit, the parent company, but blackcollegeexpo.com is the easiest way to follow us from social media, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. But we are here to empower and motivate. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what you look like. How you are great, amazing, incredible.
That's right.
And you look incredible.
And unlimited.
Unlimited. I like that. Hey, give me some on that.
Okay.
I like that. Unlimited.
Unlimited.
That's right. There's no roof up there.
There's
You
none.
can go all the way.
Okay.
That's right.
That I serve is unlimited.
That's right. And you know what? Snakes can go up.
Girl, give me 5 again. Double take, you guys. Double take. But I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being on the show. I hope you guys have been educated. This is a great month, Black History Month. Make sure that you educate your mind, because knowledge is power. You do not know how far you can go until you know some stuff, right? So we're now on Roku TV, the Melody Trice television, as well as Amazon. So make sure that you check us out. It's all free, you guys. And follow me on all my social media. Till next time, you guys. Bye.